City, USA. Welcome in to Nashville SuperSpeedway. For the first time, the Great Lakes Sim Racing Series tackles this 1.33-mile Nashville SuperSpeedway, Lebanon, Tennessee. And that is the site tonight of round number 7 of the championship season. And tonight, kind of a special appearance for us here in the Captain eSports Network because, well, it's actually our race. Welcome to the Captain eSports Network 160 here at Nashville SuperSpeedway, Lebanon, Tennessee, as we get ready for 160 miles and 120 laps of racing here under the lights in Nashville, or a little outside of Nashville to the north and the east. Of course, I am the captain. We welcome you in on this Wednesday evening as qualifying is about to begin, and we are about to enjoy some great racing here this evening. But before we do, of course, we need to check out the point standings. It is becoming more and more of a clear picture, but we still got great racing left to go in the points battle right now. And it, of course, is Caden Atkins, the new points leader over Blaine Sparling, who leads right now over 29 points on Blaine. Christopher Dean, last week's winner from the Rock, he is 49 behind. Zach Allman, Sean Peachin, so less than 100 points separating the top 5. So going to be a very interesting battle here as we get towards the championship. In the playoffs, I should say. Cruz, Fontaine, Beatty, Treppa, and Dalton. Those are your 10 right now. Of course, you got Parker. You've got McCoon. You've got Abril, who's not here tonight. Sutphin, Cummings, Best, Miller, Gennikin, Mayor. There's so many people still in the running to potentially get in to this playoff battle with still 3 races to go. Anything can happen when it is all said and done. So going to be I think a fantastic race this evening. Looking forward to being here at Nashville, Tennessee. Of course, I think of the Chris Stapleton song when I think of Nashville, Tennessee. So going to be, again, fantastic race tonight. Looking forward to all the viewers tonight potentially joining us. And, well, I was not looking forward to Dan Marrera, but, you know, he's here. Yeah, hi, Dan, by the way. Yeah, I say that joking laugh. So Dan's a great guy. So it should be a pretty fun race this evening. And we're going to go down here and see how qualifying is going right now. As I think we could see some shocking laps here because I was seeing some very interesting speeds in practice. So as soon as everything loads up here, we're going to jump down to the track and go see where we are right now. Let's take a look. Here's Cameron Ingram in the 7 car right now as Clark Gennikin goes to the pole. Of course, tonight a music-themed evening for the guys of the Great Lakes Sim Racing Series. You're going to see a lot of music paint schemes on the trucks. As you see, Clark with a 30 flat pretty much. Cruz with an 07 off the pace. Sean Peach and Brandon Alphin. Bryce McCoon, your top 5 is Cameron. Is right now in 12th with his lap. Chris Treppa running a lap right now. Here's one of the faster trucks in qualifying right now. A little bit of a Backstreet Boys theme if you look at the back of his truck, and there's a joke behind that tonight. You see the tell me why part. Of course, that joke is because of the Backstreet Boys, and yes, even myself caught quoting some of the lyrics of that song. Is the guest on this week's podcast qualifies right now in the 16th position, so not a lap he's looking forward to. He was up there in second fastest in practice a little bit ago. If he makes up for it here. Got 34 trucks, it looks like, ready to grid. This evening across the line goes Pierce, and he's 18th. Wow, not the best of laps for Pierce. I'm sure he's not going to be happy about that. Gennikin still up there at the top right now in the 81 truck. Zach Allman, who came ever so close to getting that first win of the season last week. He is on track. And that 54 truck, the Cirrus number 54. getting a little loose through 3 and 4. You got to be very patient in that corner right there because you can easily push up to the wall first time by. 30.2, 13th fastest for Zach Allman. That's going to be it. Zach checks up. He is done. Still got a few trucks left to qualify here, including Dylan Parker. And Tim Averill has made the race. I didn't think Tim was going to be here. Tim went a 30.5, qualifying 29th right now. So somehow Tim was able to sneak in here. We're up to, like I said, 34 cars or trucks. And there it is. Qualifying officially over. Clark Gennikin on the pole again. All right, I had to do that once. That was bad. And let's talk to our pole sitter really quickly. Clark obviously got to be pretty excited about this as he's been slowly but surely getting more and more better each week. And let's talk to him here in the booth. Of course, Clark, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Hey, Clark, man, great lap tonight, starting on the pole. And I was talking to some of the guys. I said, I think a flat's going to win the pole.
All right, everyone, welcome to
And
Nashville.
you were all but perfect on the flat part.
Yeah, it felt good. I actually surprised I ran that lap time. I really wasn't going for it as much as I should have, but man, the pole's great. I just want to survive. I need to finish. It's going to take a miracle getting in these playoffs, so that's exactly what I'm hoping for.
Well, the one thing you can do that you can control is going out there, starting on the pole, and leading laps and winning the race. So, obviously, you showed you were fast in practice. What's it going to take?
I think knowing, you got to pick and choose your battles. There's no point to race these guys hard as hell on lap 5. I don't want to put myself in danger. Give plenty of room and, take advantage of opportunities, play the pit strategy right, and stay out of trouble.
Well, we wish you the best of luck tonight, Clark. Congratulations on this pole, and we will maybe talk after the race.
I hope so. Thanks, buddy.
You too, bud. Be safe. And that is Clark Gennikin on the pole, of course, for tonight. Congratulations to him as he we'll move him up to his channel there. But let's take a look at this very impressive starting lineup. 31 trucks going to lead the field to the green, and trust me, they're back there somewhere. Cruz going to start on the outside of Clark. Jason Dalton, great qualifying for him. How about Cameron Ingram, the 7 truck, looking pretty good here this evening. Sean Peachin, Brandon Alphin in row number 3. Row 4, that is where you see Cody Beatty and Bryce McCoon. Yes, you see Jason. His name's really Bryce in row number 4. Row 5, Sam Fontaine, Brian Sutphin, J.W. Miller, Dylan Glass making a return tonight. Zach Allman, Noah Maori, row 7, row 8, Kane Atkins, point leader there, and Drift in 16th. Chris Trempa, Chris Evans, Chris is locking out row 9, row 10, Ben Pierce, Justin Bondurant, Lucas Strayer, Travis Icavaci, row 11, row 12, Jason Clark, Tyler Brewer, Alan Best, Blaine Sparling, row 13, row 14, Telder, and Cedric Ingram, the father of Cameron, starting 28th. Tim Averill and Dylan Parker, row 15, row 16, Robert Johnson, and his new lamp, and Sam Barnes, and JT and Anthony Marshall going to start in row 17. 120 laps, going to make up 160 miles around this 1.33 mile D-shaped oval, the Nashville SuperSpeedway. Let's sing using the engines, shall we? Green flag. And caution just like that. Well, that did not go right. And before we could even go green, caution comes out for the first time. And that's going to eliminate all of the competition cautions and all that stuff. Bondurant's on pit road already, so tough break for the 11. Give me 1 second. I just lost all my telemetry over my other screen here. There we go. All right, let's go see what happened here on the start of the race. Bondurant jumps to pit road. Looks like Telder, a few others went off track. Oh, big checkup up front. Somebody got stuck in the wall back there. The 40, the 59's involved. We almost lost on lap 1. The one more time mobile, as I've always called it. That was bad for the starts. But somebody didn't go here. Let's move up the field a little bit here, and let's actually go down to Bondurant here. Yeah, big checkup right here at the start. Bondurant gets pierced into the wall by somebody. Well, the boxing ring's going to get an early start tonight, it looks like. Best goes through the grass with some damage. JT's in the grass. Right there, that 40 truck had a lot of damage there of Tyler Brewer. Let's take a look one more time here while we got a second. Let's we'll go on board with Telder. Telder on the inside lane here. There's the checkup. Telder doing a good job avoiding it there. Who's that orange truck up there with a lot of? Is that Akavachi? Well, that could have been a lot better, I guess. But hey, things happen. Unfortunately, caution out for the first time. Well, this gives us an opportunity real quickly to talk about the podcast. If you didn't get a chance to listen to the podcast, which is known as the Here for the GLSR, of course, you can check it out on Spotify, amongst other places. This past week's guest was the driver of the 65, Ben Pierce. And let's try something new here. And try to see if they're one to go. I don't think they are. So we got 2 to go probably right here. Let's get Pierce up here in the booth. We'll talk to you for a quick second. I can find him. There he is. Millennium Enterprises truck. Hey, Ben, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy, Chris. How you doing?
I'm good, buddy. Hey, let's talk a little bit about the podcast Saturday, or whatever night it was, Friday, whatever night we recorded it, but I know it got launched earlier this week. And talk about the fun you had that night.
Oh, yeah, it was a good time getting to talk over some stuff. Always nice to talk racing, and looking forward to the night. A little unfortunate what happened there at the start. Not sure what it was, but should be fun.
Could you tell me why it happened?
I could not tell you why it happened, but I did not want it that way.
Well done. Well done. Way to now, you do got a little bit of damage on the rear, just FYI.
Yeah, friendly fire. We'll be fine.
All right, man. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
All right, so you see the wave around going around, so they're about to go green here in just a second. Basically, iRacing has this, let me get you down to your channel. iRacing has this deal where if you do not cross the start-finish line before the caution comes out on a start like that, it actually puts the pace car in front of the field. And so everybody has to cycle around. That's where you see everybody coming around the track. So it's actually going to be like a single-file restart here. Cedric Ingram on pit road, the 19 truck. Not sure what happened there. So we are going to get an old-school single-file restart here on lap number 5 to go green here in this Captain eSports Network 160 or in the, well, Captain eSports Network. Appreciate the viewers watching tonight. As always, for the partner of the champion, Lane Sparling, Mrs. Vellante there watching tonight. Mr. Moreira's watching. That could be scary. Of course, Drift watching and racing as we get a single file restart. This ought to be good. Green is out. Looking for patience. Looks like out of the field so far. Sean Peachin going underneath Brandon Alphin there, 4 positions to move Sean up to 5th. Jason Clark and Dylan Parker off the track. Not sure what's happened to Dylan. Dylan, one of the favorites, I think, tonight. Unfortunately, off the pace and off the track right now. There's the 65. Ben Pierce making a pass on Chris Evans for position. Going to bring his teammate with him, Strayer. Oh, and Strayer gets door banged by the 98 there. Not sure what that was about. J.W. Miller down on the inside. There is Pierce. I think he's going to go by him on the outside. So J.W. maybe saving some tire a little bit. Is back here. This is the fight for 16th, 17th, and 18th position. We go on board with Ben Pierce, the 16th position right now. Very, very interesting and tricky racetrack. All concrete. You can send it in there pretty deep into the corners, but you got to treat the corner like a short track. Clark Enikin out to a 4/10 of a second lead over his teammate Dane Cruz. Jason Dalton up there in that 3rd position right now. Cameron Ingram, Sean Peach in your top 5. There's the Strada number 88. Tim Abro looking underneath the drift as JW continues to fall back on the inside. Not sure what all is going on here. Yeah, I'll see if I can get it for you. I did get it at the beginning of the broadcast when it happened, Jay, but I'll see what I can do here. How's the audio? 'Cause it's like very loud in my ears. I want to make sure I'm not like chopping anything or getting chopped off or anything. Well, I was saying to the audience that iRacing does have a glitch and it's never been fixed, where if you do not cross the start-finish line, I'm low or the cars are low. If you don't cross the start-finish line before the caution comes out on a lap 1, it'll actually put you a lap down. I don't know why that is and why it's never been fixed, but it's the way it is. Hey, let's check out this advanced number 16 truck of Dylan Glass. Dylan, a member of the military, making an appearance this evening. Good to see him. Right there behind Sam Fontaine in the 91 truck. Good racing right here with Cody Beatty also. Beatty in the 78 truck. And yes, that is a Captain eSports Network truck. Shout out to Cody for making that paint scheme. One thing I think is going to be big tonight, track position. If you're able to hold on to it and stay up here in the front, you're going to be able to run well this evening. If you fall back, you could be in trouble, and you're seeing it already. Uh-oh, boxing ring update, I'm being told. Jason Clark, my boxing ring updater. Jason Clark, quote, can't even get past the start-finish line. Dot, nice, dot, dot, dot. Bondo, every week I can't catch a break. Well, there you caught a break in the fence. Alan Best making a pass on Robert Johnson. That is for the 22nd position right now, so move Alan up. Alan started 25th in this race. There's Sean Peachin, 21 truck, the Detroit Hellfire truck. So, of course, we got through the first part of the race with that caution, and now we've been clean and green throughout. Dane Cruz in that 46 truck looking pretty solid there. The Precision Plus number 46. There in that second position, about 4/10 back from his quasi-teammate, we'll call him, as Anthony Marshall comes down pit road. Unscheduled pit stop for the 31 truck. Robert Johnson coming to pit road now also at lap 19, so not sure what's going on with those trucks. Check back here, 14th position. Caden Atkins, your point leader. Zach Allman, Chris Treppa in the 50 truck. Ben Pierce, 16th right now. All these guys battling for spots. Chris Treppa, who was off to an amazing start at the beginning of the season, has kind of fallen off a little bit. Running about right here mid-pack right now. He's had some great runs still, but unfortunately he's had his struggles too. Holding on right now in the 15th position. This track is a very unique one, and when I say unique, speeds up to about 170 to 175 miles in the straightaways, and then you slow down like it's a short track over in the corners. So that Junko's eSports number 50 putting pressure on the 54 right now for the 14th position. Oh, we got some teammates battling here, 95 and 28. It's for the 6th position right here. Pass for 7th, Sean Peachin going past Cameron Ingram. As Dylan Parker returns to pit road in the 3 truck, so unfortunate break for him. Well, this again, race 7 of the season. We have 3 races left after tonight in the championship race. Next week we go to the dirt of Eldora. But I do want to remind you each and every week here on the in the Great Lakes Sim Racing League. You can always check out the fantasy game that they have. Your chance to win some really cool prizes, from an all-access pass to Major's Garage to a prize from Butt Kicker. You can check them out online, GreatLakesSimRacing.com, and check out the fantasy page there and get access to voting for the drivers you would like to have on a team, rack up points, be in the drawing to win the cool prizes from the Butt Kicker and from Major's Garage. "27 laps complete. Lap truck of Travis Icavaci, a lot of damage on that 13, unfortunately off the pace this evening. Check back here on Caden Atkins coming up on his teammate Noah Miari. This is going to be a battle for 12th right now. Sometimes that's the way it goes, Jay. But that's the fun part about it, is you get these drivers out there picking different fantasy drivers and so on and so forth. I think that's really cool to see. "30 laps complete. Forget the audio. They were getting really too loud in my ears. I've been trying to get the volume right. I guess a couple times in other broadcasts, I didn't realize I was getting drowned out by the trucks or vice versa. So, still working on that perfectionist on my part. Everybody kind of biding their time here. Is that a lot of single file racing right now should be about 10 laps or so from green flag pit stops here. As up here, Bryce McCoon going underneath the 19 of Cedric Ingram, who's a lap down. Well, the reason being is most of the tracks I have the Track Cams 4 Gourmet, of course, which plug to them. You can check them out, trackcams22.com, for oval, road course, and rallycross tracks. Tonight I don't, because they don't have a camera set for this track. So this is the basic iRacing package of cameras. So the audio is going to be at different levels. That's why I've had to adjust at times. So hopefully that's why I checked with you tonight to see how good it was sounding. And I know I just adjusted a little bit on blowing my eardrums out. Back here, Telder. Battle of trucks here, and musical trucks. So, by the way, with the musical theme, the 44 Metallica truck to the outside of the Gibson Guitar Mobile. All right, let me fix that real quickly. I'll turn them down just a wee bit, and I'll bring myself up a wee bit. I'm probably screaming a little bit too. That's probably not helping. We'll see how it sounds now. Brian Sutphin underneath McCoon. That is for the 7th position. So Bryce falling back just a little bit. Ooh, Bryce leaning back there on that bumper of the 26. Of course, a little bit of argy-bargy going on during the week between the 95 and the 44. Telder not too thrilled about the way Bryce kind of pinched him off there in turn 2 at the Rock and sent Bryce spinning. Which is interesting because them two actually met each other up at Berlin Raceway They've hung out a couple times up there as Bryce is an actual racer up there at his home track, because these two swap out positions left and right now. Bryce not willing to give that spot up right now, and finally I think he will. So move up the 26th position. Top three still the same. There is Clark Enneken, who's led all 35 laps so far this evening. And the Captain Esports Network 160s, you see him come up on the back of JT in that 32 truck. JT doing a good job logging laps right now in the 25th position. I assume that sounds better, Jay. You're not saying anything anymore, so. Igavachi has come to pit road. And so is Tyler Brewer in a 40 truck. Otherwise, everybody else still out on track. Probably going to get to the lap 40 mark and split this into thirds now, as the caution came out back at lap 1. That eliminated the competition caution at halfway tonight. 10-4. Here you go, slid him up a little bit. See how that goes. Mr. Long Run here, J.W. Miller, unfortunately, has fallen back a lot this evening. Back 5 spots, is 16th right now. As green flag pit stops have started, Chris Treppa on pit road in a 50 truck. See JT coming to pit road, 14.9 or 14.6 for Treppa. Thomas on 14.9. As Ben Pierce comes to pit road, the 65 truck. The guest this week on the here for the GLSR, joining us this past weekend. I got him mixed up, thought he was an Auburn student. He's actually an Alabama student. So, of course, I asked him about the famous kick six in 2014, and he honestly said, you know, I didn't watch football really at that point. All right, leaders coming to pit road. Clark Enneken, Dane Cruz, handing the lead to Cameron Ingram. Four tires for all these guys. Enneken leads 14.7 to 15.4. Kind of slow for Cruz. Brandon Alphin, Cameron Ingram to pit road now. Four tires and fuel for the 7, and he is going to pull away to 14.7, 14.7 for Alphin, 14.9 Mayari, 15.9 for Allman, so a slower stop for him. Bryce McCoon leads now, and he comes to pit road with Cody Beatty. J.W. Miller also on pit road. You see Tim Abril leaving. Everybody hitting their stall. Grew on pit road there. Sam Fontaine, the Motegi road course winner. $14.6 for McCoon, $14.8 Fontaine, $15.1 for Beatty. And that hands the lead to J.W. Miller, and he comes to pit road, so this will cycle everybody back around. And Clark Enneken will be the leader of this race. All right, for the sake of Jason Clark's sanity here, we're going to jump back really quickly to the start of the race. If you're just joining us, it's going to be a second before we can get to it. That didn't go well. Here we go. So back to the start of the race here. And it's going to happen up in this area right here. So you see them all kind of rolling to the green. You see Drift going. He checks up. Evans checks up. Everybody checks up. And bam. Ikavachi into the 11. And you saw Clark gets hit there by, I think it was Ikavachi. And he ends up all beaten up in that blue and white. The Wolf Peck truck. I don't know necessarily what that means, but that basically brought out the caution earlier. And that's been the only caution so far this evening as we stay live. Clark Gennigan leading this race. Over 2 seconds over Dane Cruz, Dalton, Sean Peach, and Cameron Ingram, your top 5. Here's the battle for the 15th position. Allman underneath Pierce. I'm still trying to remember that group you sent me that music to back during the podcast that I was listening to. I'm like, you're sitting there giving me all the details about it. I'm like, dude, I'm hearing music. That's all I'm hearing. I'm not picturing myself doing certain things that probably is illegal to do. Now, granted, a couple times at work I've wanted to listen because of the mood I was in. Good battle here. Dylan Glass starting to put pressure on the 2 of Caden Atkins. It's a battle for the 8th position here. Brandon Alphin right there in front of him in the 7. Brandon had a lot of confidence in her tonight. Thought he might have a shot to win this thing. Of course, plenty of time to go, but he's 9 seconds back in 7th. Dylan trying to move up the track a little bit. Now you see those little, I don't want to call them rusty looking grooves in the track. That's the seams basically that we talk about on like a lot of the asphalt tracks. You see McCoon making a move here on glass for 9th, but those are the seams basically breaking up the concrete. Just about to the halfway point here, lap 51 of 120. Again, had that one caution at the beginning. It has been clean and green the rest of the way so far. We have 22 trucks still on the lead lap. Tim Abril, the last of the trucks. There's Trepp under attack with Noah Mayordi who is inside. Fontaine's going to follow him through. So again, tomorrow night we'll have no broadcast at all, but Friday, let's see, what I got going on Friday? Yeah, nothing Friday either. Taking the next 2 nights off, as a matter of fact, from broadcasting. And then Saturday night, we'll be back with the VOR IndyCar Series. They'll race at the, or no, I'm sorry, VOR's off too. So I'm off Saturday night until I'm actually going to do a dirt race from, of course, I'm going to forget the track, but the Short Track Super League. That's coming up Saturday. night. So we'll have one quick broadcast on Saturday of the Short Track Super League. And then otherwise, that's going to be it through Monday. Nope, sorry, Sunday night. We'll have the Lightspeed Racing League Truck Series. They're actually racing tonight at Kansas, but we'll be broadcasting it Sunday. Nashville's always had night lighting. They just didn't put it on at first. There's the Dominator so far tonight. Clark felt pretty good. He just said he needed to stay out of trouble. Well, the best way to stay out of trouble is lead every darn lap. That's what he's done so far. 55 laps complete. He's led all but the pit stop laps. They must have added it on the build. For those who don't know, Julian's talking about the Christmas Cup and the VOR series. I was just talking about a series. He must have heard me. But they're off this week. And, of course, Watkins Glen Raceway a week from Saturday. Yeah, Dylan, that's awesome to see him out here, of course. For those who don't know, Dylan Glass, part of the military. That is why you haven't seen him much out here, but he's here tonight. Appreciate all of his efforts, of course, that he does for us in this country. There's Dylan in the 16 truck trying to hold off Mayari. He's running in the top 10 right now. Fontaine looking low in the 81 or 91, whatever number he is. Second. There you go. Hey, let's check on Drift back here, making a run to the inside of his the reciprocal 1441. Unfortunately, Lucas Strayer had a little contact there earlier with the 98 of Chris Evans. Not sure what that was all about. It was like a door bang in the middle of the straightaway. I'm sure that'll be talked about. Oh, that's awesome. I love rain and wind. Julian is up in Wales, and he's having a whale of a thunderstorm apparently right now. Fantastic green flag racing here as we hit the halfway point and take a look at the race summary. One caution right at the beginning of the race for 4 laps. 34 drivers started. And look at the fastest lap tonight. Bryce McCoon. Wales, Netherlands, Belgium, Belarus. It's all the same damn area. Julian can't sleep at like 2 in the morning like it is over there right now because of the weather. Look at this. Sean Peachin and Cameron Ingram got battled out for the 4th position here. Sean, a little bit of right side damage there. Not sure if that's from another truck or if that was from the wall. I'm trying, Julian. I'm trying, buddy. Well, I'll tell you, part of it, Julian, is a lot of the guys in the league actually get it out to their families and friends. And we actually have a sponsor here, Black Horizon Brewery. But they actually will stream this in their brewery. So, I mean, we probably have more than 21 viewers watching, I'd say. So what you got to do is go tell the viewers and your drivers that they need to share the stream out with other people. That's what they got to do. The Peachy catch the wall there off turn 4. I know he got a little loose, I saw there, but here comes the 26 to his inside. So Brian Sutphin going to make the pass for 5th. Brandon Alphin there behind him in the 28 truck. There's Clark Gennikin working his way through more lap traffic. Dane Cruz has done a good job to keep him in sights within a second. I've been saying it all season long. This guy has had terrible luck. But even when I was doing some of the fantasy videos, which I haven't had a chance to really do the last few weeks, and I'm sorry about that, but I've kind of stopped a little bit only because I haven't had time really to do it. But one thing I have preached is that Clark Gennikin is fast. Give him a chance to prove it, and he'll get out here and show you guys. And here it is. He has led all but, 4 or 5 laps in this race because of pit stops. Now back at the 6th position, Alphin did get past Peachin for the 6th position. A lot of great battles everywhere here on the track. Let's take a look at the biggest movers in the race tonight. As you see, track position is a premium at Nashville. JT up 9 spots to 24th. Abril up to 21st from 29th. And Barnes only up to 25th from 32nd. So in case you haven't figured it out, it is very tough to pass here at Nashville. I say that as we get a pass here for the 16th position. J.W. Miller underneath Ben Pierce, and he takes the spot away. So J.W. not having his best of runs tonight either, and he's had a kind of a sluggish season. So last week, Christopher Dean, who, by the way, is not here tonight, you might notice. He did not make the appearance here in Nashville, got his 2nd win of the season, and became the first repeat winner in the first 6 races. Clark can go to victory lane tonight. He'll be the 6th winner in 7 races so far this season. I'll have to do the research here this week, and I think the record was like 8 or 9 or so, if I remember correctly. Winners in this series in one season. Yeah, I see that too. I'm just like, come on. Oh, look out. The kibosh put down on Cam. No pressure to you, Mr. Ingram. Here he is running in the 4th position. 6.7 back. As Caden working the inside of Sean Peach, and I'm sure Sean is beating himself up right now. Of course, the worst thing you could do as a driver right now is make things worse. Excuse me. When you go out there and make a mistake and hit the wall or something, the worst thing you could do is go out there and make a situation worse by really hitting the wall or speeding on pit road or doing whatever. So hopefully Sean can keep a cooler head and get out there and just run as best as he can. What's the dinner, by the way? Meat. That helps a lot. What kind of meat? What the hell's meat? You got so many types of meat. You got beef, you got pork, you got venison, you got that sausage, which is pork, you got the hamburger, which is beef. What do you got? How about this development? Blaine Sparling going a lap down in the 26th position. He's actually 6 laps down to the 2nd straight race. Blaine Sparling is not having a good night to the champion. Now that is some meat. Is having his struggles tonight. That's some rich meat right there. Water buffalo. I remember I was doing radio in Indiana. We were traveling to a football game, me and a buddy of mine, and we happened to pass a meat place that had bison meat. And we went in there, and it was like an 8-pack of burgers were like $19 or something like that. I was like, whoa. But then I realized that bison meat is like very lean and very good for you, apparently. So Clark's coming up on the back bumper of the 98 of Chris Evans. And look at this, the train of trucks lining up on Sean Peachin now for position. So we should see the second round of pit stops happening here in the next 2 or 3 laps. Travis Icavaci in the stream now watching. I've said this 100 times, Travis. I know you're watching now, man. I'm sorry to see you're not in the race, but dude, this is something to be proud of out here right now. Oh, Ben Pierce has been in the wall, or is that Telder? That's Telder has been in the wall hard. That'll make Clark happy. Ben Pierce is on pit road. Actually, we got some pit stops starting up. Brian Sutphin, Caden Atkins, the pit road here at lap number 79. So unless there's another caution, this is the final round of pit stops we should see to get to the finish. As Peachin is in, Sutphin, Atkins, Treppa. All these guys on pit road. Here comes more trucks. Cameron Ingram. Allman, Maori, Dalton, Cruz. A lot of trucks coming in now. See everybody making their final pit stops of the race. Oh, so that's what happened. Somebody actually missed a gear. I was wondering what actually happened in that situation. Ingram a 14.7. Drift with a 14.7. Everybody 14.7 pit stop. So staying consistent here as they try to gain track position. There's the leader, Clark Gennikin, right there in front of you. That black and yellow car at the first pit stall. And Alfin's going to lead a lap here. .15 flat for Clark. One truck off in the grass back there in the front straightaway. See if I can go find who that was. It might be Chris Evans. As he pulls away, Bryce McCoon leads with Fontaine, Beatty, and Miller. Your top four. See the 26 of Sutphin under attack. Cam Ingram to the inside for the 9th spot. Right. Oh, Sutphin got the wall there. Another wall contact, it looks like. Miller on pit road. Fontaine, Allen Best on pit road. Cody Beatty's on pit road. Everybody pitting now as we work through the final round of pit stops. And how about this? A 14.3 second stop, and look who the leader is. The jump has happened. Dane Cruz in the 46 is taking the lead. 7/10 over Clark Gennikin, who has 1 second over Jason Dalton. So the top three are right on top of another now. So we have passed the 2/3 mark. 35 laps to go. Top 6 separated out by 9. Damn, now you take the meat away. Now you're taking his oxygen from him? Good grief. Cam's second race back from having a new computer, and he's running 4th, and you guys are taking his oxygen from him. Good grief. Tight world out there, boys. There's Bryce underneath Sean Peachin for the, where are we at here? 11th position. Well, Everett, what you and Diego should do is play the Great Lakes Fantasy game. Your chance to win a butt kicker prize and also a Majors Garage All Access Pass. All you have to do is go to GreatLakesSimRacing.com and you can pick 4 drivers each week. A total of $550 in your prize pool and a chance to win a prize each week. So if you really want to put some money in, just saying, go check out GreatLakesSimRacing.com. Check out the fantasy page. Just giving you some options. Great website, by the way. Travis Icavaci put that whole thing together and has done a phenomenal job with it. Bios on there of each driver. What else? Team standings on there. All the race history. All the history of the series and all that stuff. This season number 5, of course. And Captain Esports Network has been here for all 5 seasons. Matter of fact, I'm going to do the math and see how many races we've done now. I know we've done every broadcast. Not all live because we've had some issues here and there at the beginning, but we have been here for all 5 seasons for every race. What'd you guys do, 3 seasons of 10, if I remember correctly? And then, no, you've done 3 chases now, or 2. So you did 2 10-race seasons, and then I know we're probably past the 50 races. 54? Wow, that's awesome. Damn, we're halfway to 100, Trav. You believe that? That's awesome. Halfway to a hundo. Clark Gennikin is reeling in Dane Cruz. I'm sure that the truck of April up front, who's the last truck on the lead lap, has not helped Dane one bit with the air. And here comes that 81. And like that, Cruz just says, dude, you're faster, go. Clark Gennikin to the front, lap 91. I'm actually looking at the website right now as we talk. So as one of the pages you can check out on the league website is all the different records that are in play, from bonus points to number of pole positions to wins and laps led in the history of the league. I just actually did the count real quickly of total winners on the leaderboard here. The top 7, which goes from Zach Allman with 11 down to Bryson Clark with 2. That is 40 out of the 55 wins right there in the top 7. So we have had at least, I would say at least 12 to 13. Well, no, we have to have at least, depending on who else has won 2 races. So I would say at least 12 to 15 winners so far in the series history as April goes a lap down. And right now we could be on pace to seeing another new one here in 25 laps if Clark can lead the rest of these laps. And you can't help but be impressed with this 81. I've seen him race. There was a league over that I actually did some racing with back about a year and a half ago or so, Extreme Motorsports. And there was this guy in an ARCA race named Clark Gennikin who went out there and was whipping the field at times. And I'm like, man, this guy's good. And all of a sudden, as the series gets put together, and here comes this Clark Gennikin guy during the preseason, I'm like, wait a minute, is this the same Clark kid? And it sure was. And I'm like, this kid's going to be fast. And unfortunately, he struggled throughout the season and been involved in a ton of accidents, so on and so forth. But he has not given up, and here he is tonight, 25 laps away from that first career victory. Couple of teammates here, the 95 and the 28, 7th and 8th positions. Here's Sam Barnes. I got to give my man a shout out here. I know he's 25th right now, 4 laps down, but the one last time in the one more time mobile. And for those who don't know the story behind this, back when the league first started, Sam would always run a Daft Punk paint scheme. And of course, their one big hit back in the early 2000s was a song called One More Time. And I would call it the One More Time mobile. And he actually sent me a little tribute video, and he said tonight would be it. He's going to run the paint scheme one last time, and he's going to park it. So I'm going to go ahead and say it one last time. The One More Time mobile. Awesome to see out here on the track. Sean Peachin continues to fall back, running top 5 earlier in this race. The truck's gotten really tight. And now back to the 15th position, Sean falls. There it is. Thank you, Travis. 18 different winners in this series history. I can name a majority of them. I mean, that goes all the way back to Anthony Marshall to, I'm trying to, JD, I can't remember his last name, won at Daytona. Not JD Clark, JD something. I can't remember the gentleman's name. We got 11 of the 18 winners still here. That's cool. Cody Beatty, of course, at Indy last season. Noah Maori at Homestead's a one-time winner. As Sean Peach is coming to pit road, he said, I'm sick of this. He is not a happy camper, I'm sure. JD Green, thank you. Who else have we had? JD Green. Laxton's won a race. That's going to be a tire change here for Sean Peachin, so he's just going to try to get what he can get out of this thing with the damage he has. Noah Maori's on pit road. Zach Allman coming to pit road here. Not sure why they're on pit road here. Everybody should be good to go on one stop, or on the rest of the way now. Interesting to see Allman and Maori come to pit road. And now we got more pit stops. April's on pit road. These guys must have been short on fuel. Yeah, those are all the guys who have won races. Well, Laxton's not here anymore. Green's not here. Well, I'm just trying to think of those who, like, I'm thinking of, like, from the bottom, down at the one-time winners and stuff who have won races. So this is turning into a fuel mileage race all of a sudden here. I did not realize this. Look at, I mean, I'm looking over here at the screen. Most of these guys have run 20 to 25 laps. Most of them have gone 38, 39. Well, I guess you couldn't go to 120, some of these guys. Interesting. But Clark Gennikin right now has done 40 and 40, so if he can do another 40, he'll win this race. I guess I just didn't realize how close these guys were on fuel as Ingram pits. Blew my mind. I thought we were just going to see two stops and everybody goes to the finish. There's a two-time winner right there on the screen in 98, Chris Evans, both at Talladega Superspeedway. Of course, Fontaine won at the Twin Ring Motegi Road Course. Dalton, I believe, has got to win. Right, that's what I thought, Jason, right? That shocked me. I saw these trucks coming to pit road. I'm like, did they pit too soon? Oh, damn. That kind of baffles me a little bit, but hey, it is what it is. But you're going to see some guys flying on these new tires. Whoa, 3 wide, Miller's in the middle. Hey, look out, boys. A PPM split. Lane Sparling on pit road, 14.8 for him. So with everything shaken up a little bit here, Clark Gennikin leads, Dane Cruz, Jason Dalton, Brandon Alphin up to 4th, Brian Sutphin, Bryce McCoon, Fontaine, Beatty, Miller, and Treppa now your top 10. Of course, all the 2- and 3-time winners now. You got Dean, who's won 3 races. You got Maori, I said, won 1. Caden Atkins has got 2 now. Dane Cruz has 2 now. Oh, the pinch. So tonight, Clark Gennican looking to be the 19th winner in series history. All he's got to do is lead these last 10 laps. And one of the, what could be more dominating races of all time. Of course, you go back to one of the early races in the career series career to think of some of the dominated ones. Of course, you had a couple wins by William Calhoun, who lapped the field at Watkins Glen in a road race in season 1. He also led every lap at Eldora the first season, but again, those were what, 12 to 15 cars. Now we've doubled it, almost, working our way to 2.5 times the field size. There's Caden Atkins, those fresh tires going around McCoon on the bottom. I want to give a shout out to the league guys, to Travis Icavaci, Sam Barnes, and all the admins in the series tonight. I'm going to be honest with you. I had no plans of sponsoring this race or anything like that. I looked at the schedule early this season, and I saw my name on the billboard for Nashville, and I mean, it was an honor. I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. But I do want to send a shout out to those guys, something they did not have to do, but I appreciate it very much. For allowing me to do that. And one thing I do want to push out there real quickly while we have 6 laps to go, it's something I started in the VOR race a couple weeks ago when I brought, we almost got contact there. When I sponsored their races, I brought up celiac disease. And I want to bring it up again because I'm actually reaching out to members of association there that hopefully we can partner with in the near future to bring awareness to those with celiac. So if you know somebody or have it yourself, my basic goal to this is I want you to know you're normal. Just because you have to eat things a little different or whatever, do not be shameful and embarrassed to bring that out into public. So, I want to work on that and start raising money and stuff for the celiac disease. Any of the foundations, I'm trying to work on one. And it's something scary. It's something that my 2-year-old daughter has. And to be able to sit there and watch my daughter go through an endoscopy and at the age of 2 throwing up and having a bloated stomach and losing weight and not know what's going on was scary as hell. And we made it through it, and she's healthy as can be now. So that's something I'm going to be working on and raising money for down the road and probably putting them on the stream here throughout the time being. So I just want to take a minute to talk about that. So just be on the alert. It's going to be coming in the near future. I'm just reaching out and trying to get some contact with one of the major foundations here in America. It's something I feel it's very underrated and something that needs to get out there a lot more is the celiac awareness. So I want to try to do what I can. You see Tyler Brewer talking about his fiance. It's not a fun thing. So when you have to go spend $6 on a freaking half a loaf of bread because it's gluten-free, it's not fun. There you go. I mean, you see it. These people coming out with it. I mean, there's so many people that have it, don't even know they have it. It's scary. I mean, I went and got myself tested for it. Two laps to go for Clark Gennican. The only other person I can think of outside of Kyle Larson who has recently dominated in Nashville is anytime Peyton Manning came to town. Pretty much. Yeah. Clark puts a lap on, or actually he's going to get Cameron Ingram's going to unlap himself here as the white flag is out. Final lap here from Nashville. Unbelievable. One caution tonight, and it was not, technically it was like a lap 1 foot. It was right before the green flag, a caution comes out as Dane Cruz is on pit road. He's going to run out of gas. Unbelievable turn of events. But finally, the man is going to victory lane. A first-time winner, Clark Gennikin, has won at Nashville, and I think he's out of fuel. Jason Dalton is going to finish second. Brandon Alfin is going to get third. Bryce McCoon fourth. And we got more trucks falling off the pace here, I think, or something. Sutphin's out of gas. We got trucks running out of gas coming to the line. Treppo's one of the trucks that ran out. Still got a top 10, though. That truck's actually smashed up a little bit. Well, this race really got interesting. Clark's going to burn it up. And we're going to get a little Precision Plus burnout, I guess. Well, this turned into a little bit of a wild race at the end. I look up, I see people moving on the standings. I'm like, what's going on here? Let's take a look at the final results. And what is a wild one here when it's over with. Gennikin wins it, as I said. It's the 19th winner in this series history. Jason Dalton second. Brandon Alfin gets a top 3 finish. First one for TIX. Jason McCoon fourth. Sam Fontaine gets a top 5. Cody Beatty, J.W. Miller 7th. Cameron Ingram 8th. Dane Cruz 9th. And Treppa gets 10th. Brian Sutphin finishes in the 11th position as I hit the right buttons here. Drift gets 12th. Caden Atkins 13th. Noah Miari. Dylan Glass is 15th. Zach Allman 16th. Telder, Peachin, Evans, Pierce going to finish 20th. And 21st to Tim Abril. Lucas Strayer 22nd. Alan Best, JT, Sam Barnes 25th. And the rest of the trucks off the track having issues. Sparling, Brewer, Cedric Ingram, Travis Icavacci, Robert Johnson, Anthony Marshall, Dylan Parker, Jason Clark, and Justin Bondurant. Unfortunately, I don't know if he actually got across the start-finish line at all tonight, which is a bummer. But only one caution tonight, and it was at lap number 1. That was it. To the finish we go. So that's going to be a hot topic on the here for the GLSR podcast, I think, this week, man. What a race. Congrats to the whole entire league again. I can't help but just be amazed each week at what these guys are doing out here. All right, let's go start with our third place finisher tonight, and this one I got to stay unbiased for. It's Brandon Alfin coming up here and finishing in the third position. Brandon, you and I talked before the race, and you said that you were excited. You felt really good about this track, and you sneak up there and get a third place with a couple trucks running out of gas.
Yeah, it was. We were a little worried. I tried to stretch out the after the first pit stop. Try to stretch the second one, maybe a lap or two, and just try to make it. Kind of realize we kind of put together a strategy, and I can't believe Dalton and Gennikin. That's where they did a really good job of saving fuel on that. We didn't think that they'd be able to make it, but they did.
Talk about the racing, man. We had one caution tonight at lap 2 feet or so. And that was it. And went green the rest of the way, and it came down to pit stops and the long run and stuff, and that's something that just seems to each week just keeps getting better.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and it was a good race out there. We were kind of spread out. I know, didn't really expect that at the start, which I'm not sure what really happened, but everybody was doing a good job of staying clean and kind of giving everybody space, and it was definitely a good race in that aspect. And man, I'm glad. I don't know if you saw about screwed it up on pit road. The guy behind me, I almost had a mishap right there, but we were able to get her under control.
Well, great job tonight, man. Congratulations on the first top 3 for your GLSR career and stuff. And another good points night for you. I know you said before the race also that you didn't feel like you had a chance at the playoffs, and I think the shot's still there with a good points night. So congratulations on that, and shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, appreciate it. And I'd like to give a shout out to Strata. And then also TIX Racing as well for allowing us to do this. Then obviously also you, Chris, for putting this on for us. It's always awesome broadcast every week, so I look forward to go back and watching it.
There you go, Brandon. Nice job tonight. Congratulations.
All right, thanks, Chris.
You too. Brandon Alphin, the third-place runner tonight. And, good job to him. And let's get our second-place winner up here, Mr. Dalton. Dalton getting that KJD2 truck up there in P2. I know he's going to be happy about that. And let's talk to him. Dalton, nice job, my man. Congratulations. Second place finish. You definitely ran up there with the guys most of the night up there in the top 5. Had a pretty good sporty number 4.
Yeah, truck ran really good tonight. I enjoy this track. And I didn't have nothing for Dane or Clark there, but little fuel strategy for the most part. I started really saving those last 5 laps to stretch it out. But that's the only reason I finished second there in front of Dane.
Well, still, it was a great effort out there, and you talked about the fuel strategy. It actually caught me off guard because, I was looking at everybody pretty much going around the 40-lap mark, and then all of a sudden I started seeing trucks at like 20 to go come to pit road, and I'm like, wait a minute, can they not make it on fuel here to the finish? That kind of shocked me a little bit. What was the difference in saving fuel? Was it just rolling through the corners and not going full throttle? Was it early entries into the corner? What were you guys doing different?
Yeah, the main thing for me was I ran pretty hard during the first 2 fuel runs, trying to keep inside of the leaders there. But that last fuel run, I just backed the corners way up and just rolled. And then when I looked, seeing I had a 10 or 12-second gap on 4th place the last 2 or 3 laps, I mean, I almost had it kicked in neutral, just rolling around the track the last 2 or 3 laps.
Well, you did a great job tonight, man. Happy for you as always. You're one that I know a couple people in chat were cheering you on too, like seeing you in victory lane. Obviously a very cool guy to talk to and stuff, and very happy for you and your chance to shout out whoever you like to.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. It's been fun. I got to give a shout out to my teammates and stuff. We worked and did a lot with fuel strategy and stuff, and for all my family watching tonight and stuff. And of course, always you, man, you do an awesome job at this, and I love going back and watching the replays and hearing your input on stuff. It's great.
All right, well, it should be fun tonight. I had 119 3/4 laps to talk about a lot of stuff tonight, so appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. Thanks a lot,
too, buddy. Yeah, absolutely. That there is Jason Dalton, second place finisher tonight, and probably the happiest man in Nashville. Gets himself a virtual Gibson guitar. That's what the winner gets in Nashville. Of course, if everybody remembers, Kyle Busch shattered one year. And that's Clark Yannickin, who went out there and said, hey, I just need to stay out of trouble tonight and lead laps. And one thing you can do to stay out of trouble is just not have any cautions tonight. And you did a great job tonight. And you're now the 19th winner in this series history.
It's about time, man. I've had a lot of good runs. I led a lot of laps, and I can never seem to finish these things. I'm always caught up in somebody else's mess. But starting out front certainly helped, keeping track position. I had to save fuel there on that second run and a little bit on that last run. But it's about time, man. This is going to catapult me in the points, and hopefully it'll help me get into the chase and compete for a championship later this year.
Yeah, I think it was the most dominant win we've seen in Nashville. I know Kyle Larson led a lot of laps in the actual Cup race, but the last time I saw a dominant effort before that race in Nashville was Peyton Manning, anytime he went to Nashville and played the Titans. But still a great job tonight, man. What what do you feel like was the difference with you and others tonight? Was it the track position? Was it did you just feel the groove tonight, or was it just a matter of just again having that truck out there in clean air?
I think it was a combination of everything, really. Track position was huge, and I also felt like I was the best on a long run. But like I said, the fuel was a huge thing on my mind, and I know Caden and a couple of those guys were saying there's no way you can make it, and I had to try something, man. I got to get back in this points battle, so I saved about 2.5 laps on that second run and another lap on that last run, and made it to the end. If we would have had cautions, I was still confident I would have kept it out front. I had a lot of speed.
Well, the one thing we talked about, Sam and I did, I remember during our first podcast of the season, when we were getting ready for this one, before the season, we said, hey, I think Nashville, Eldora, somewhere in that range is going to be the key races, because I think that's going to build who's going to really separate themselves in the points battle. And here tonight, we're starting to see some of these faces now rise coming up in the point standings as we go to a dirt race next week at Eldora. I think we're starting to see those guys that are kind of showing that they're the best start to rise up in the point standings now.
Oh, absolutely. It's go time, man.
Right.
The cutoff is, 3 races away? So, if you got the talent, you got to show it now. You got to get these wins. You got to finish good, lead laps, and compete. I'm a little worried about Eldora, but I think tonight's a step in the right direction, and I'm just looking to keep this momentum rolling.
All right, man. Great job. Shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, Precision Plus Fed Up Shop. Fortunately, Dylan, you got some damage early and had some connection issues. All the boys at PPM, my buddy Darren and everybody at ECM, Glitch Energy, Surfshark, Ed Hawk Designs, and I appreciate you broadcasting this thing.
Absolutely.
And all the admins that make this league so much fun to race in.
There you go, Clark. Nice job tonight, man. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, buddy.
You too, buddy. Clark Yennikin, the winner tonight here in Nashville SuperSpeedway, and what a race it was here. Only, again, the one caution tonight, which was at lap 1, and went green the rest of the way. So I know there's going to be some unhappy drivers and stuff, and just looking at the boxing ring, a couple people talking about that restart. And what I'll do here, let's do it again. For those, it's going to be a second here. Let me, actually, I won't be able to pull it up now. So, oh, darn. If I wanted to close the window, I could have went back and looked at lap 1 to show you the wreck again. But unfortunately, I don't think I'm able to unless I go in. Here's what I'll do. For everybody real quickly, let me throw this up on the screen. I know people are asking about it, so let's go back and look for everybody to see. I still got 20 viewers. I'm sure they're wanting to see this. So I'm going to go all the way back to lap 1 here and show everyone the wreck that everybody's talking about. This what happened. So let me see if I can find it. And it's going to be a minute before it goes back. Yep, there we go. Come to the green. So it's going to happen somewhere in this area right here. I want you to look where about the 41 is. Somewhere in this range right here. 41, the 65, pretty much all the Millennium guys right here in the middle. It's going to be somewhere in here, I think. So let's go slow-mo on it here. I'm going to slow it down. So you see everybody's kind of checking up here and bottling up. This is the way it always starts. Everybody's checking up there. You see the 41 locks it up. Bam, there's the contact with the 13. And the 11 gets pierced into the wall. So I don't think it was somebody missing a shift so much as I think it just bottlenecked. But let's see if I can find where the bottleneck maybe starts. That could be another factor here. So let's slow it down and come up here. See, everybody's coming, the accordion's coming together. There's the contact. So I don't know if it's so much somebody missed a shift as much as the accordion. I don't know if you can blame anybody for this. Outside of whoever put a some kind of Gorilla Glue or something on the outside wall there for the 11 truck. All right, let me try to full speed this thing. I want to see if we can make. I mean, I personally watching this don't know if you can blame anybody for it. This is just a matter of, I think, somebody trying to anticipate the start. He's good. He's good. Good there. And here's the wreck. So nobody really missed a shift at all, it looks like. Yeah, I think I don't honestly know if you can blame anybody for this. I mean, hell, the 40's already got damage at this point. Look there in the rear. He's already been hit once. Everybody's trying to anticipate right here. I didn't know you could do about that. Let's go up there to the front now. Now, if I remember correctly, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, leader starts the race, right? Not the green, or not the, or green flag starts the race, not leader, right? Clark's holding steady speed, steady speed. He did nothing wrong. Yeah, I think it was just an accordion for people anticipating the start. Yeah. I honestly can't blame anybody. I mean, you're seeing it right there. I mean, I've been on board, 90% of the cars in the race right there, and you can't find anybody doing anything wrong. So, it's just one of those things where, it is what it is, unfortunately. So, all right, we're off. Appreciate everybody watching tonight. And next time we're on the air will be Saturday night for the going to do a short track Super League dirt race from Saturday night. We'll have a race from earlier this season. I got a broadcast for, and we'll do that Saturday night at around 8 o'clock Eastern time. And we'll go from there. So appreciate everybody watching this evening. And as always, remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya.